So I'd love to tell you about Gulshan Bibi. Gulshan Bibi was probably a little bit younger than my mum. She was in her late 50s. She is a widower and she has 3 daughters and a son. And I met Gulshan Bibi in 2011 in Haripur. I had written to the head office of Sungi. Sungi is a member of the World Fair Trade Organization. I drove from Islamabad to Rawalpindi, and from Rawalpindi, Sungi Bibi, who is the chairperson and a wonderful lady who started the movement in Haripur, she organized transport to take me and my uncle to Haripur. I apologize for the noise outside, there's a lot of construction going on. So I met Gulshan Bibi and her family. Her daughters were there, her grandchildren were there, and I was accompanied by members of the Sungi organization. And when I started the interview, I had no prior knowledge about Gulshan Bibi. I didn't know she was a widow. I didn't know about her experiences, so it was an absolute eye-opener to learn about her life. She told me that 17 years ago life was very difficult in Haripur. She had 3 very small children and a very, very young son who was 2 months old when her husband passed away. And she said, we didn't have enough food to eat. We didn't have enough food to eat, we didn't have any money, there were no jobs, and I couldn't send my children to school. And we lived in a 1-room house. And then she said, Sungi Bibi came to Haripur one day and she visited me and she said, can you embroider? And I embroidered a flower on a piece of cloth for her, and she said, wow, this is amazing, this is beautiful. Can you make me a blouse? And Gulshan Bibi said, yes, I can. So Gulshan Bibi prepared these hand-embroidered kurte, long blouses, for Sungi Bibi to take back with her to Islamabad. But in the meantime, she was experiencing a lot of difficulties in Haripur. The men were not happy. It's very cultural there, very conservative. The men didn't like the fact that Gulshan Bibi was working, that she was encouraging the other women to leave their homes and go and work with her, train with her, learn how to embroider. The men didn't like the fact that their women were leaving their homes and they felt that they couldn't trust Gulshan Bibi, and they felt that she was corrupting their women. When Sungi Bibi returned from Islamabad, she gave Gulshan Bibi the proceeds, and Gulshan Bibi said she was ecstatic. She couldn't believe that her products had been sold for such an amazing amount. I can't remember, it was about 1,800 rupees, 2,000 rupees. And Sungi Bibi said, I'd love you to make more products, I'd love you to design more. So Gulshan Bibi started to embroider more kurte and diversify and design other products. And she encouraged all the other ladies in her local area to come and learn how to make these products, how to embroider. But the men were still very reluctant, they weren't happy, and they stopped a lot of the ladies from learning. But once they could see, eventually they understood that these products were being sold for very good prices in Islamabad, and they realized that tourists were coming to Haripur to purchase these products, and that the women had money and they could afford to spend money on food, and that they could send their children to school. And she told me that from one person, she has now trained over 150 women in her local area. And when we went on her rooftop, she showed me the secondary school, which was very close, and she said, we built that secondary school. The men were opposed to the girls learning and having an education, but we campaigned and we fought to build this school, and it was an amazing school. And I was so happy to hear that this one woman had spearheaded this campaign, and she was now a mentor, she was a guide, she was a trainer. She was helping so many women in her local community. She was alleviating poverty, and she is my role model. And I said to Gulshan Bibi, is there any message you want to send to people around the world, especially consumers in the West? And she said, please don't buy machine-made products. She said, we work so hard. Our embroidery is one of the finest in the world. We would appreciate your custom. Please come and visit us here in Haripur. Support our work, support our skills. You will not be disappointed. And this is my message to everybody watching. Please support fair trade artisans. They work very hard. Just like Gulshan Bibi. I look forward to returning to Haripur in the future and designing a fashion label in memory of my mother. And I can't wait to go back. I'm just waiting for surgery. I've torn a ligament in my right shoulder, so typing and editing is difficult. I hope you've enjoyed listening about Gulshan Bibi, because she is an inspirational lady. Every time I feel lonely and sad and I feel like I'm not achieving anything with my fair trade work, I watch her video and she gives me inspiration. Thank you, Gulshan Bibi, for your determination, all the sacrifices that you've made, and your love for social and trade justice. Before I end, I would love you to support Fair Trade Month. It's Anti-Poverty Week from the 15th to the 21st of October. The hashtag this year is Live Fair, Beat Poverty. I'm an agent for change. I would love for you to also be an agent for change. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to recording another video for you very soon. Take good care of yourselves.